house. And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Sean Diddy Combs wanted Justin Bieber to keep what happened during their hangouts under wraps, according to a resurfaced clip from Jimmy Kimmel Live. The disgraced music mogul showed up with the baby singer on the late night talk show back in 2011. When Justin Bieber was only 16, they talked about their close bond with host Jimmy Kimmel back then. What's going on with you guys? Are you working together? Kimmel asked in the clip that's been circulating online due to Combs' serious legal troubles.
What's going on with you guys? Are you working together?
The former Bad Boy Records exec responded, "No, we've become friends in a strange way," before elaborating, "To a lot of us, he's like a little brother. He's not afraid to call and ask for advice."
We've become friends in a strange way, you know.
Like Robin Big.
I mean, to a lot of us, he's like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to call and ask for advice.
So, the Bad Boy for Life rapper explained that the music industry is a strong family and many people, including himself, want to have their arms around Bieber to protect him because he's a nice person.
He's somebody that, in the industry-wise, the record industry is a strong family, and he's somebody that, you know, we definitely have our arms around, and we want to protect him because he's such genuinely a nice person besides his talent.
Combs kept raving about the Somebody to Love singer, saying, aside from his talent, he's one of the best kids you could ever meet.
You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest kids that you could ever know.
Justin,
Bieber expressed his gratitude to the Tell Me rapper for his comments while the audience applauded. Kimmel 56 jokingly suggested that maybe Combs could get the young singer a car like he did for his son. "He got me a Lamborghini. I just haven't gotten it yet." The Never Say Never singer chimed in,
I mean, a Lamborghini. It's,
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
prompting Combs to look off to the side in annoyance. He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house.
He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house.
The Last Night rapper then said, seemingly referencing when the two spent 48 hours together per a YouTube video Bieber posted, he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Combs added, everything ain't for everybody.
And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Everything ain't for everybody.
When Combs and Bieber hung out for those 2 days back in 2009, the Coming Home rapper told the Beauty and the Beat singer that they were gonna go full buck, full crazy. Where we hanging out and what we doing? We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. Combs shared in the YouTube video.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream, and we gonna go full crazy.
We're going crazy.
With former Sean John CO's SS crime scandal in the spotlight, a new clip of Combs and Bieber has popped up online. In it, you can see Bieber looking pretty uncomfortable with some of the things Combs says. Combs mentioned in that second video, selling out arenas and everything, so you're starting to act a bit different, huh? It feels like you haven't been calling me or hanging out like we used to.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Bieber is then seen awkwardly pulling out his phone and replying.
I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot. But you never really got my number, so.
Okay.
My number?
A rep for the Peaches singer recently mentioned that Bieber, now 30, is aware of Diddy's arrest and all the allegations, but he just wants to focus on being a great dad and husband. Combs is facing charges related to sex trafficking, racketeering, and the transportation of a prostitute. He could be looking at least 15 years, but it could go up to a life sentence. During a recent press conference, the I Need a Girl rapper faced accusations of sexually assaulting 120 individuals, with 25 of them being minors. One of the supposed victims was just 9 years old when the alleged crime took place. Attorney Tony Busby, who hosted the presser, warned that many powerful people are set to be exposed in connection to Diddy's alleged misdeeds, claiming the names will shock the public. With the recent sex trafficking charges against Diddy, that video definitely takes on a more sinister vibe. Justin likely crossed paths with Diddy at the age of 13, right after he was discovered on YouTube and started to become a protege of Usher. It's interesting to note that Usher had been mentored by Diddy back in the 90s when he was also a young musician on the rise. Usher later remembered seeing some very curious things taking place, but mostly looks back fondly on his time at Puffy Camp. Even though Bieber and Diddy only collaborated on music last year, with Bieber being featured on Diddy's album, it looks like they actually hung out quite a bit when Bieber was younger. The earliest clip hasn't held up well at all, but there's another pretty unsettling video that popped up on Diddy's YouTube page back in December 2010. In this one, Diddy gives Justin a Letterman jacket and asks why they haven't been hanging out lately, which seems to make the young singer a bit nervous and stuttery. You haven't been calling me and hanging out like we used to. Diddy says to Justin, who is swaying back and forth before joking that Diddy doesn't have his number anymore. So it turns out the video was actually a promo for Diddy's album Last Train to Paris. Another glimpse of the pair's relationship that's been raising eyebrows is a joint February 2011 appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live. When Diddy said that Bieber was like his little brother, adding that the record industry has our arms around and we want to protect him. So when Bieber was playfully saying that Diddy got him a Lamborghini, but he still hadn't seen it, Diddy shot back. He had the Lamborghini for a day or two and he had access to the house. And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother, Puff on national television. Everything isn't for everyone. Clips from later years show Bieber hanging out at different parties and clubs with Diddy and his friends. Some of these moments seem to involve him drinking, but it's tough to figure out how old he is in those videos. So there's this video that popped up again, and it's from a 2014 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In it, Khloe Kardashian is recovering from a wild weekend of partying until 5:30 a.m. with a crew that includes Bieber and Diddy at an event where half the people were butt naked. Bieber would have been around 20. So there's been a lot of chatter lately about this fake Justin Bieber song titled Lost Myself at a Diddy Party. It actually popped up on TikTok back in April, but it really took off after Diddy got arrested this month. So experts are saying that the song is probably generated by AI. Even though there's no proof that he penned a song about supposed sexual abuse at Diddy's parties, Bieber has opened up about his vulnerability as a kid in the entertainment world. In a 2020 interview clip that's been making the rounds with the Diddy footage, he gets emotional while discussing his desire to protect Billie Eilish, who began her music journey at just 13. It was tough for me being so young in the industry, not knowing where to go and having everyone say they love me, but then turning their back in an instant. Bieber shared with Zane Lowe, I really don't want her to experience anything I had to deal with. I really wouldn't want that for anyone. It looks like Bieber and Diddy hung out quite a bit, so it's no surprise that Bieber was taken aback by the news of Diddy's federal X trafficking indictment. After Diddy got arrested, the Daily Mail reported that Bieber is so disturbed by the Diddy news and is unwilling to process it or discuss it, so he is shut off. Their source pointed out that a lot of people who played a big role in shaping him were really close to Diddy, and it has totally thrown him off.